Hey there, this is Stephen O'Hara with the Better Software Company. In this video, I'll be showing you how you can create a new lead in the system using our updated new lead form. We'll start by clicking the new lead button here at the top right of the page. That launches our new lead form, which you'll find is broken into three sections. You have profile, which is really the basic information like name, business, phone, and email. Addresses, and extra info where we can build in things like lead source and intel tags. Okay, so going through the form here real quick, we'll build in an example. We'll pop in our title field. This is optional in this case, but we can identify Mr., Mrs., and so on. Pop in our test lead name. Okay, Luke Skywalker. Business if applicable. Email. Okay, email, role if needed too, so you can identify who that person is or their role within the opportunity. Preferred pronouns is a new field too, so it's always best to make sure we address people to their preference, of course, so we can add in any special pronoun preferences there. All leads will be opted into allowing calls and marketing emails when they're initially created in by default. If you need to, you can unselect these as needed upon entry or when you go to edit that lead at any point down the road. We also have two new checkboxes here to allow opt-in to the notifications, both by SMS and email. Okay, so if you turn these on, that client will then be eligible to receive any notifications that are sent by these two delivery methods, and which, will be triggered for that client. Okay, next we have phone number. We can skip country code. That'll be set to 1 by default, but I can go ahead and fill in the information here for the phone number. Okay, we can put in an extension if we like. We can also identify the phone type. So this is new. We have some pre-selected options here, and this will maintain consistency and also give you better data when running reports. This does lead into two-way texting and calling from bPro also by having these predefined selections. Okay, we can add in a description of the phone number if needed, so that might be best calling times and so on. So we'll just say between 9 and 5. If we like, we can add more numbers here. You see I just clicked the add another number button. That first number I entered was displaying here as I entered it. So let's do another example. Oops. 444 777. Okay. And this one's populating as I enter it too. We have stars here to indicate which phone number is the primary. We have display on invoice. And then we also have the ability to select any of these numbers as primary for SMS notifications. The bell has a line through it because notifications are not turned on for this particular client. Okay, so that's the idea there. Yeah, you can add another number or clear changes in this section at any point. And that's it. I can keep on moving. I don't have to worry about saving that number. It's going to save with everything else when I click the save button. Okay, address, we'll pop this in. 50 Dover, what do I got? Dover Green, Staten Island, sorry, can't talk today. All right, so when we find our address, again, these are always based on the accuracy of what you type in, not your geographic location. Okay, so when you're typing in a very general address like something Main Street, you're going to likely need to type a little bit of the city or town that particular Main Street is related to in order to find your match. Okay, so we've got our address in there. We can name our address. We could call this, say, the shop. You can add any description in there too. So it might be like use backdoor. Here's the security code. Your on-site contact is Fred. Who knows? But that's easy to add in. Okay, so there we have our address information in there. Unlike the customer form, you can only add one address initially here for a lead, and that's because leads don't officially have service addresses. So we don't do billing and service. It's just let's create an address to associate to this client. And if I do need to add more, I would have to enter the lead profile, and I can go ahead and add additional addresses there. Okay, then we have extra information where we can fill in things like the account owner. I could assign my account owner, set my lead campaign, lead source campaign. So this is how did you find this lead, or how did this lead find you, right? So just pick whichever option is the best fit. I'll pick Facebook in this case. Leads have an ability to have priorities set, so you can set that priority based on, I don't know, how quickly you want to maybe follow up with them, let's say. So we set our priority to high. Is this lead the decision maker, or do they have the authority to make decisions? So you can even identify that kind of information. And do you see what happened here? I picked Facebook, and it automatically applied an Intel for commercial. So this is a new capability through our lead campaign builder that exists under the customize menu. Again, part of this CRM release and separate video on the lead campaign builder. So you might want to check that out. But I can add any additional Intel I need to here. Just going through my different categories. And then we have our bio, where you can add any kind of really more personal information about the client. It might be like their preferences, like they like this, they don't like that, things of that nature. You still have date of birth, and you can also pick age range if you want to just take a guess at their age. Gender and mood can also still be specified here with a little drop down. Makes it real easy. Then you have your social media pages. But really, once you've got the necessary fields filled in, go ahead and save. That explains the form here for us, but you add in all the details that you have. Now, as soon as we save, that puts Luke into the lead database. Okay, that'll appear under the leads list here under the home menu. And I have two options. I can jump into this lead profile, and we could either add on to Luke's profile or check it out. Or if I'm doing a little bit of lead entry, I can create another. All right, so that wraps it up. That is our new lead input form here. Please chat in if you have any questions at all. And thanks so much for joining. Have a great day.